kept you from returning to Thirdborn for so long?
I've got a lot of memories here. And the longer I stayed away, the harder it felt to come back.
It's like that thing where you should get in touch with a friend or check on them, but then you just don't call them forever and ever, and then it gets too weird to call them in your own head, and then you just never talk to them again. Yeah. Who else is guilty in chat? I know the feeling.
Until you came along, I thought I'd be able to avoid it forever. Thirdborn's missing a lot of familiar faces. And the youngsters who've grown up and the new arrivals, they seem green. Like they're cut from a different cloth, a more delicate one.
Little old pansies. This is what he's saying. So I can put these shells back in the little baggie. So you just throw this out later. Yeah. Stuffing it in a small hole is so hard. Their neighbors are turning into dream thralls. That would rattle anyone.
This plague is tearing everything apart at the seams. Healing may take years, if not generations.
You, Darth? Yep.
Maybe you're both right.
I miss you, mate.
Thirdborns only survived because the people were tougher than the wilds. I just hope the people living behind those walls know how to keep them standing.
Just got my eye. That's all. Good night.
I can take watch. I'll be up a while anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Yatsli for a bit.
Listening to Yatsli's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else.
You don't trust her.
Well, don't you think it's a little convenient? You need to go somewhere no one ever goes, and here she is to show you the way? If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then.
You seem really bothered by this.
Bothered? Pedraku.
Pedraku.
It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway.
Okay.
If I must.
Oh, fucking negative Nancy. There's more.
I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it.
Boy Bracker. Do you know something about Shatterscarp that I don't?
I probably know a lot about this place that you don't. It's rough, but it's very survivable. Yatsli's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders.
You're afraid of spiders now?
No, why would I be? I just...
Okay, Kale.
I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin.
I appreciate your concern, Marius.
Right. Just keep it in mind, I guess. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
Alright, let's get to know Yatsli.
For the camp of an official Adiran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course.
Bro, I would pork her in her furry little butthole any day. I didn't know what you were expecting.
With how overwrought you Adirans can be, I expected at least some tacky rugs. But as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind?
That jar you made me fetch for you earlier, is it worth much?
I'm the only buyer you'll find here.
Don't act like you guys wouldn't. You're not better than me.
Jar. A lesson for next time, darling. It's always worth some haggling.
You mean budget Pan Am?
Unfortunately,
Right.
it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find.
Is it how you got that burn running around old flammable ruins?
I've yet to be burned in a single flame trap, and I don't intend to start anytime soon. Fair guess,
And yes, she
though.
is.
When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire.
When you say everything?
I mean, my arm wasn't the only casualty. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson?
Oh, it's her shoulder.
My
I see.
father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end.
Dreams of what?
Just the usual things. Not studying for an exam, having all your teeth fall out. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams.
Why? Personally, my favorite dream involves several lengths of rope and an enticing courtier from home.
Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
That's one use for rigging.
As delightful as you are, we've
Why is she
much
so
to do
horny?
and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
She
Have
must
you
have
ever
more.
been to the Vale?
Oh, Envoy, might I steal a moment of your time?
You ready to finally talk about what happened in Emerald Stair?
Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? I can't believe Fjord's gone. A city of scientists, attacked for no reason. I'm going to personally find every Steel Garrote asshole and turn them to ash. I can't believe we were able to get as many out of town as we were.
We were lucky.
It's hard to think of it like that when everyone's homes and laboratories are gone, but we were. At least we were able to get everyone to safety. Though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe might be relative. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what'll happen if she doesn't.
All I can see is blood and fire, ash and screams drifting on the wind.
Well, you're not far off. My plan has a little less wailing, I think.
Have you known Temerity long?
Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku
Temerity's
together.
the lead of
For a
Thirdborn,
young
the
and
town in the zone,
aspiring
by the way.
godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young at heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerity. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel. And a girl's gotta eat sometime.
Wherever you've gone, why set down roots in the stair?
Yes, why did I choose to settle down with a gorgeous scientist who loves me? What a mystery. I still go out often. I've cataloged many ruins, but there are always more.
She's dating Pere
And coming home
Yanucci
to a
or whatever.
warm welcome is lovely. You should try it
Giada's
sometime,
mentor,
darling.
the old guy. But you're not an animancer.
Brilliant, Envoy.
You don't have to be an animancer to enjoy the pleasure of their company.
Exactly. Thank you, darling. Even with the stunning lack of animancy in my life, I marched into town and everyone fell in love with me. Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course, but a larger part of it is time. It's hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again.
Is that how you met and wooed Quilichi with snacks?
My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach.
True.
Quilichi and I got together the
Good
old-fashioned
pistachios.
way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky tavern. Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality. Then he showed me an abandoned ruin outside of town, and I was hooked.
Giada and Quilichi seem close. Does that concern you?
Are you joking? He's my mentor. Not to mention 1,000 years old.
Oh,
You
no.
guys dream that your teeth
They're
fall
both
out?
handsome humans, of
The
course.
fuck? I
But
definitely had the
Giada's
dreams of like
family to
missing
both
exams or
Quilichi
not
and
studying
me.
for exams when I was in
He taught
university.
her a lot of what he knows. She spent days in our home. Literal 26-hour days.
What?
I still can't quite believe that everything we've built is gone. A generation of work scattered to the wind. It makes you wonder how everything will turn out.
Dark days lie ahead for those who call Fiora Messivoda no home. Someone must light the way for them.
When we left, Vidaro seemed to have gotten the idea. Finally. interesting.
The shark in a swimming pool dream?
You're right.
Is that a common dream
Vidala
now?
was far too
common
slow
nightmare?
to act.
Never heard of that one.
At least Quilici is with them. So I know someone competent is there. Thank you, Envoy. I feel a little less frazzled. I've got a lot to think on. Talk to you soon? Try not to have too much fun without me. How can I help, darling?
Wait, what? I think they needed to rethink those series of lines. What do you think of our travel companions?
We've been traveling together for a little while. I just have to know. Did you purposefully choose such colorful company, or is that
wanna be
just what you
banging?
attract
You're looking at it.
naturally? I mean, I'm very clearly a delight, so it's obvious why you let me stick around.
Real answer? There's
I've
no
seen
actual
Kai
romance
around once
options
or
in this
twice,
game.
and always thought he was charming enough. He's got a sharp tongue, though.
But she's
Makes me like
kinky.
him even more. And Marius. I don't know what's lurking in him, but I
Another
do
one.
think you should speak to someone on it. If he reaches out, do try, will you? As for Giada, well, clearly Giada is a gem. As for me, well, I'm just as riveting as you, but the boys are giving me a run for my money.
Implying that I'm the least interesting of our group?
You've got the thorn of a secret god inside of you. I think your uniqueness goes without saying, my dear envoy. You do strike me.
She's
as
very
a people
quirky, but I think her
person.
voice actress is good.
Tell me,
She certainly sells
You
the
get
character
along
well.
with all you need.
Do you get along with all you meet? I left more than a few broken hearts at home.
So, you'll be swarmed by well-wishers then, upon arriving home? And some very angry spouses, I imagine. And here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame, dearie.
Come on, you and Quilici have been simple and sweet all your time together?
Quilici is quite good at knowing when to be sweet and when to be sour.
Yatsli, that's my surrogate father you're talking about? Spare my imagination, if you please.
Oh, you knew the risks when you came over uninvited, darling. It's on your head. Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting, I mean.
Oh, she has
Your
another training.
fashion
Yeah, that's what I was
sense is
looking for.
more,
Because we haven't gotten another one.
Opaque. I could probably teach you a thing or two.
Passive
if
stat
you're up
boost,
for
probably.
it. What do you
She's just
say?
a caster, probably like int perception or something. Oh yeah. You don't see the traps before I do. Can you show me to look for that? So that's probably +2 perception. Sharpen her wits is probably +2 intellect. And whatever you want to teach me ready to learn is probably +1/+1. I mean, perception's crit, so let's go with that.
Of course, darling. Easy as pie.
Green pie?
What?
Little one.
Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear.
Lol.
Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use.
Yatsli, did the...
Let's see.
Sweet dream.
Yeah, Yatsli's training +2 perception.
Dreams,
Banger.
Envoy.
Let me think. Yatsli,
So Marius and Giada just don't have training.
What do
then?
you need? Not before I've done some reading.
let me... If you...
Wait, she can teach us too? You offered to teach me. I'm ready to learn.
Excellent. The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect there were gaps in what they call an education. If there's anything you've been dying to learn from an animancer, now's the time.
Wait, which 2 stats are these? What are the 6 stats? I can't decide. Can we talk about this another time? Sharpens their mind and stands up.
Of course. I won't be far.
He also has perception or intellect. Kai was might/constitution. So she's probably what, dex/resolve? But it said sharpen your mind. So she probably intellect and resolve. Max stam. Or perception, right? One of the two. I mean, it's hard to say. Sharpen your mind, I assume, is intellect. Besides, Marius doesn't have any. Then. Yet, maybe. I don't know. Maybe later. You offered to teach me. I'm ready to learn.
Excellent. If there's...
Sharpen their mind. Or resolution is extra stam max and second wind efficiency. And intellect was max. Max essence, aka mana, and resist to elemental. I mean, I guess intellect.
Unfortunately, that can take a lifetime. It's the sad reality of our work.
He does have
But
training.
I'll give you the short
Just haven't
version.
unlocked it yet, I guess.
Now, let's begin.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if everyone but him does.
You...
I was hanging on every word.
Really?
Perception. You were telling me about the fight that broke out during your thesis defense.
Oh, I stand corrected. Even if you had dozed off, no harm done. Besides, a little nap is good for the soul. I slept through my share of lectures, and look how I turned out. That's all I have to teach you for now. Until next
It was
time.
intellect, okay.
What do you need? Ask what? Right.
He doesn't have anything yet.
We already talked about it.
Probably in the last zone. Okay.
You too.
Cool. We came here. Oh, the new base for totem.
Fits like a glove.
Second one cast shadowing beyond. Okay. I can almost take. I mean, we can craft. Get this to superb quality. Petrified wood branch. Yes. There we go. Big bump on one gun. We need 26 petrified wood branches to upgrade our other gun. We can make 25 from the old wood. And hardwood we can make 57 of with shitty softwood. So we can probably get some of that upbeat up. Upbeat up? Although, I feel like one gun's enough for now. Yeah, that's fine. It's just, we're going to find armor and gun at some point that are better.
I don't think I could do what
Maybe.
you did.
Maybe not, actually. Maybe not, man. I'll have to sell those. Those are reload speed one. Move speed versus reload speed.
Too many unknowns.
But
Exit at previous location. Yeah. A minor. Guess it should be in the Sarok camp where we were, right? And the boss is upstairs for that bounty. And we upbeat our gun and got a bunch of passive stats, which is good. Grab this while we're at it.
Right behind you.
See you. Easy when you do it. On the right. There's nothing there.
Oh, okay. Wait, so vice versa.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Yeah. Egg. Let's go back up the cliff and deal with that boss now. Like a boss. I use grenades more often too. That's a religion thing.
That's done.
Missed that the first time. Tactical death. Let's get food. It's also summoned my bear, apparently. Or should I say, apparently. Is there anybody who did not understand the joke? Oui, Demis. Mr. Bear. Stop bumping me. God. Okay. Wait, did we not get essence food? Oh, we did. There we go. Go bear. There's Yahtzee. Why is she not doing anything? Ow. I ran out of stam loading there. Pop. Where is Yahtzee? Fuck, she's like not doing anything. I don't know where she is. Oh, she is. Chieftain's head. Spicy people sausage. I think that's used to craft something else. One of our like newer recipes or something. Hey! Cats are fighting. They're fighting. Stop it, both of you. Mr. Cat. That's not how that works. You can't just bully a little one and then start meowing when she doesn't want to fight and do weird shit. We gotta go back up. She must have got blown off the edge. You have fine food? What kind of food? I would love some ramen right now. Not cooked men, ramen. They're more delicious that way. Okay. This is where we fought, dude. So I'll go up the plateau here. What you get? What's wrong with you? It's a little oasis area. What the fuck is this? Choose memory. be another right there. And here. Oh, the memory's here. That's quick. We're gonna get a new ability based on a little story time.
What a beautiful view. I think this is what the cartographer referred to.
That is nice. That is nice, dude. Find the cartographer. Okay. Alright, let's story time. Where the hell is the body? Oh, it's on there. Okay, let's do this first. So we don't have to return back up here. Story time. Got a unique sword? Yeah, I have a couple, few unique swords.
Dust whisper on the wind.
I see a barren canyon, a place to contemplate emptiness.
A fear faced. The mysteries of life and death welcomed as friends. A mind unclouded.
My mind.
Now our memories.
It's okay, I made of styrofoam dog roll.
Reopened.
Homemade buttered chicken?
You are Nimana.
The usual week this
One
weekend.
of
I keep
those
forgetting
who
it's
speak
Friday.
For us. Your gift shone a different shade from others of your kind. The souls of the departed danced before you like sea foam. Tell us, what did you make of the songs they sang to you?
I tried to comfort people, solve problems, give messages from the dead.
A mouth, a conduit, a welcome
These
curiosity.
cats are out of control today, man.
One day, a voice called you
kinda
to
just
the
the
wilds
status
outside
quo
your
these days.
village. Find us in the highest heights, we said. Come, speak
Come.
to us. You left your world behind.
Here go, face.
Set off upon uncharted sea.
I fought to survive. I realized how weak and mortal I was.
Scorching days, freezing nights, a raft more precious than a jewel. One day, you came to the place where the stone challenged the clouds. Night fell. 100 blazing lights reflected
The art for
in
these
the
little
sky.
sequences is pretty neat. Nice.
We appeared. Your essence joined with ours. We shared what we had seen. You perceived us in new colors. Tell us, Nimana, what did you learn?
So these are stories of like the original God Touch / worshippers of Sapaku or whatever her name is, or our god, the new god. One per zone. That we could show our love for you by caring for ourselves.
Cherish the body. Feed it. An offering of gratitude. You sailed home to the village, eager to share what you had seen. We prickled. Something was wrong. Trouble like salt on the breeze. People had chased the water back. They raised the wood and stone. They built a tremendous temple. They offered us their stores of food.
What about the fish? What will we eat now?
The hair corners itself beneath the hawk.
Uh-huh.
They feared you. They feared us. They tried to placate, to control. Your eyes turned up. They saw a statue, a prison. This was not our form. A wellspring boiled. Our cry rose in your throat. This could not stand.
I swallowed my fury. I tore the statue down.
Stone smashed on tile. We shuddered. The people's hearts inflamed. They brought their fists upon you. How could you turn against your own?
I don't care.